Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind.
My bedrooms. And I shan't resist.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange... Might I impose on you to search for him?
Would seem we've a need to scrounge up information. 'Tis tedious work, but I suppose we had best get to it.
Right you are.
Not mine. I find such solace in prayer.
It is my duty to devote my love. My prayers
Said
will
to my
surely
daughters,
be
no
devoted
dark
to
paths
you.
this place.
I end up feeling weary.
It would be
even after
nice
a day of
if
rest.
it weren't so costly.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of
This
rest.
looks as good a place as any.
Oi! Who's there?
Suppose I'd best be heading home.
Something smells divine.
Truthfully, must come
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept, and he went with that wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down and...
Let me get that.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
Makes my hair stand on end.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'd best be heading home.
living's hard, but dreams are free.
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost.
I don't know wrong.
A bit bland.
Makes my hair stand on end.
I'm ill at ease here. Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Making our report ought to be our next priority.
I ought to be getting home. My
I
bed
find
hurts,
such solace in
and as sharp as this.
wickedness has no hold upon a tranquil mind.
This is generally used as a material.
Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults.
What to make of this?
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
Pick up every little thing you find and your pack will soon outweigh you. Well, I know it, yet I cannot seem to resist.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurous trade.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at...
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of...
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought not lose sight of our guide.
I suppose 'tis so. Uh-oh. Perhaps 'tis time I started taking this seriously.
You mean to suggest you've only been playing till now?
A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Heavens above! 'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable... Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little...
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you... Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
There's no great shock to me.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your voice low, lest my heart leap from my throat.
Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
'Tis good to see you are well.
What now? Isn't there anything to do round here?
I know not what to think.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Be sure to keep your wits about you.
You dare.
The pursuit of betterment is endless. Can't we make our own? This place gives me an ill feeling.
I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from Prime. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn.
I vow to see this endeavour through to its end.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace?
Well met, son. How might I be of service? The goblins. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone taught them a lesson at least.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Oh, I possess no ill intent. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny that's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. I have no desire to actually, and even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such, no matter how they fascinate me. 'Tisn't to be.
Need anything?
Fancy a look at my wares?
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Time to hit the sack.
Deep in my cups of tea.
Tis our duty to see this peace protected.
Have no fear, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? The Captain. Follow me!
Hubris is man's worst enemy. Would that all my days were so trancing that I cannot afford another night of cavorting.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be... forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Aye, it happened just yesterday, in fact. Put me in the right state when I saw the door unguarded.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Some of us get complacent, but I train every day.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be...
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's pup.
My lord, if someone were to...
Oh, unring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers.
Those new recruits can barely lift their swords. Best oil my equipment. We'll have the chance.
So tired. I'd kip just about anywhere.
Would that such peace reigned eternal.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
Team Weaver need to visit the palace.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Pray, follow me. Pawns are forbidden from entering the castle grounds, but we may accompany you to the entrance. Over here, if you please. Shall we report this development to Captain Bront?
Wouldn't say no to a bit of excitement.
Someone else.
Nothing more pathetic than begging for your
I'm back.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Time to be heading home. Dead on my feet.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
Waiting around doesn't seem like to do us much good. What could we be missing here?
Or to head home before I get an earful.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Hoi, friend! Have any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another talk. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appear. Looking at this box, 'tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be willed about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will, though it came to me through you, of course. Pray, take this with my thanks. 'Tis quite a rarity, as I hear it. I hope 'tis to your liking. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
Right you are.
surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor...
At least my back's not acting up today. I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else. I can see myself.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
the same.
Same as the one afore.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermin. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, can we begin to thwart, and ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Then I shall remain by your side.
It's been a hard day.
Sir Arisen, thank heavens you've come. Saurians have claimed the village yet again, if you can believe it. Just when almost all of the villagers had arrived as well. Oh, why must these scaly fiends beset us so?
Oi! What are you doing, standing about when there's work to be done?
Jonas! This is the good sir I spoke of. The one who called the Saurians for us.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid us with this mess. You did it once afore, eh? Only natural you'd help finish.
My apologies for the chief's temperament. Yet he speaks truly. We have need of your strength. Pray, cull the beasts as you did before, sir. I dare say you are the only one.
These Saurians are a stubborn lot. Let's say we make them think twice about settling in again.
We must remain vigilant. Yes, master. I shall hasten to your aid.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
Methinks the fiend fell back. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
Ensure your legend has no less love. Curative also.
Climb on and I'll send you soaring.
see which way the wind's blowing.
There's no hope left, is there?
The Saurians are no more, I see. That's twice you've come to our rescue now. You're more than a friend to Har Village, Sir Arisen. You are a hero. Truly, we cannot
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What is the meaning of this?
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave. How many times have we said none are to tread there? But he just had to poke his nose where it didn't belong. There can be no doubt he's the one who incited the Saurians.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Trust a beastren to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such...
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrens go causing problems, and we humans are lumped with the job of cleaning up...
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
There!
I do apologize. It would seem things have turned rather uncomfortable. But we mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when we needed it most, and for that, you have our gratitude. I do hope you shall visit us again anon.
A ruder fellow I never met. The village's troubles are far from done, if you ask me.
It seems we must venture to Trevor Mine. I believe it lies to the northwest of Vernwood.
Leave me in it.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Hope to see you again.
If no one will give it to my dead, then I suppose I have little choice but to obey.
This vote is all the women at the lost to a plague.
It's a tendency we might explore, though to do so would be to put danger.
Use me as your foothold to soar to greater heights.
Fret not! I'll make you go away. Hold just a moment.
Another is in contact.
I shall see to it this does not happen again.
Certainly arisen. How might I be of aid?
Seems we have it ready.
Greatness upon the totals, pray.
By all
Our chances of victory is slim. Prudence is to haste your retreat.
I'm not sure what to tell you. I don't much fancy fighting in this beast's shadow. Must say we've nothing planned.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to seek victory. Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid.
Enemy's movements have grown sluggish.
We must make the most of this opportunity.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Then I shall remain by your side. We're unlikely to find any warm hearths down here.
What I wouldn't give for a map, particularly one that can tell us where all the treasure lies.
By all means. We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Our combined might is beyond any foe. It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? sorry I am to hear it. You know where to find me, should you change your mind.
'Tis the dream of many to own a home, Master. Shall we gather the requisite funds to make it our own?
There's no great shock to me.
I'd fain sell you the... Only don't ask me to lower the price any further. 'Tis as much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this. Are we to depart at this hour? I cannot see why we should. Just stop. Stumble around in the dark.
Shall we? Check our packs and be off.
Feeling rested, I trust.
Time to head to market, methinks.
I've just about had my always another area to see.
I pray no potion miss. I've a headache as 'tis.
Breadth of knowledge is no less important than depth.
Fresh air. I am all of a given.
The younger, the better.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batal. Apparently, even privately owned items will come to be curtailed soon.
How dreadful! I've some servants from Batal. Hasten them along.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Now this is a conundrum. I find dressing for these occasions awfully tedious. Where might I go to spend a few hours untroubled?
Such quietude is a blessing.
One last push, and I'll be done for the
Such
day.
quietude is a blessing.
Winning over a son is my specialty.
So tired. I barely the wind to tie my boots. Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Dull days for us all my days are so
There's comfort in the humdrum of things.
Such cheap drink. 'Tis not at all to my taste.
I'm partial to a little quiet from time to time.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, very possible. I only pray my watch finishes without incident. Such quietude is a blessing.
Here I might reflect on the shades in peace.
Just how I like it.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Mayhap circumstances I contrive to entertain.
Surely these extravagances cannot continue.
The perfect spot to sit and think awhile.
Methinks I'll have a rest. My feet ache from dancing.
Partial to a little quiet from time to time.
So, tell me more of this ox cart.
'Twouldn't do to meddle in each other's affairs here.
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen. You'd think he's feeling plenty merry by now.
Best mind that tongue before you lose it.
Listen.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
Would seem our sovereign has recovered enough to walk. Word reached my ear that he would be attending, though I've yet to espy him.
No doubt he must first meet with the Queen Regent. Though mayhap he wishes not to show his face for aught, burned as it doubtless is, he has only just recovered from his glorious defeat of that dragon.
Ah, the perfect spot to sit and think a while.
No. We who are gathered here are...
Wait for the new equipment days for us are a sign that all is well.
Here I might reflect upon my affairs in peace.
All this merrymaking is a joy to behold.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
My days are so true. Silence cultivates wisdom.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
Let us forget the dragon and dance the night away.
My sword arm could use some work.
Breadth of knowledge is no less important than depth.
Such cheap drink. 'Tis not at all to my taste.
I only pray my wash finishes without insult.
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
Everyone who dances with me complains of sore feet.
I pray someone asks me to dance ere long.
Such quietude is a blessing. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Off to market I go. I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
A fine place to sit and gather
Perhaps I'll have a nap.
My sword arm
I ought to take a moment to
would
review
that
my
all my
affairs.
days were so true.
How might I better
To be said, peace and quiet.
Would that all my days...
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held, it seems. The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is recovered at last. No tidings could be more joyous. Indeed, it is a weight off my heart to think that our fair vermin shall once again be governed by a true ruler.
Surely these extravagances cannot continue.
Silence.
Does life have meaning, or is it one? This is a peaceful place. Perfect for meditation.
Tis me they've come to see, really.
Not sure why all I need's my health, I suppose. Just one
Sometimes I wonder
last
if I'm
push,
cut out
and
for
I'll
this
be
work.
done for the day.
Oh, I hardly know what to do with myself anymore.
My sword arm could use some work. I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
You're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like.
In here.
Open up!
Open this door right now.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Right, I've been here long enough.
I've a nose for rumours of every ilk.
I can find
Now,
peace.
where was I headed? This place always puts me at ease.
A place to soothe the spirit, this.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life. Oh, lovely. I'll have to remember this place.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
As a reward for you, you will, of course, require
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine. Where's all?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. Pray, is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made, but if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Fate, he seems a man of import, and yet, I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, your Majesty.
So, the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Facers fellow are all working together. Quite the sordid trio, eh?
I know not what to make of this.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall admire them from afar. It would be unseemly for an elf to purchase one. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect, such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply would not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you...
Would that I could spend...
I'm not sure. To do.